Hey Splashers, welcome back. Building on our previous tutorial where I crafted that chic red crop top, today we are focusing on the perfect complement, the elegant straight palazzo pants. So stay tuned for the same expert technique applied to a fresh new look as you can see. So subscribe for more fashion tutorials and let's create something amazing together. Let's dive in. So to begin, I have my material on a fold and I will begin all measurements from this point. So first of all, I want to remove my length, but I'll subtract the band. So I want the band to be 2 inches. So I'll subtract that 2 inches from the length of this, from the beginning point. Okay. So I'll mark the length. After that, I'll measure from the waist to the hip is 8 inches, still subtracting that too. So I'll just maintain the same thing all through and mark it out on each end of this fabric so as to ensure straight measurement. And then I'll go ahead to rule out a straight line. So the next thing we want to get now is our crotch measurement. And to get your crotch measurements, you need your hip measurement. So my hip is 47. So I'm just going to divide it by 4 and then use whatever I have. So whatever you have after dividing your hip measurement by 4, you place your tape, still subtracting the 2 for the band, and mark whatever you have all through this fabric. Okay, this is to ensure straight measurement, so make sure to subtract the 2 inches for the band. Okay, so after doing that, you're going to connect these lines together. So this line you're connecting together now is your crotch line. That is where you place your sit thigh measurement. So I'll just label this out for you to understand it. This is my hip line and this is my crouch line. So to get the curve for the crouch line, you are going to be subtracting 2 inches from that crouch point. Okay, so you subtract your 2 inches. Take note of whatever you're subtracting, subtract it all around so you can have a straight measurement. So after subtracting the 2 inches, we are going to connect. Take note that this depends on the size of the person and basically what you want. Okay, so after drawing this out now, the next thing is to fix in our measurements for the hip, and to get that we are also going to be dividing our hip by 4, and I'll be starting the measurements from the parts we have on the fold. Okay, so whatever you have after dividing your hip measurement by 4, you mark it on the hip line, that's the waist, and also the crotch line. So you're marking your hip measurements everywhere. This is for now though, so just mark it on your waistline, mark it on your hip line, the crotch line, and then connect them straight together. The next thing is to get the waist measurement. Okay, so this upper part is the waist. So your waist will also be divided by 4. So place your tape on this line and mark whatever you have, then add 1 inch that allowance. Take note of where I measured from this time around. It's different from where I measured for the hip. So from this waistline, you're going to connect it to your hip line. Okay, so after connecting these together, I just want you to take note basically of where I measured from. So after taking this measurement, we are going to be fixing our lap or sit time measurement on this crouch line here. And unlike the waist and the hip, we are dividing the crouch by 2. So mark whatever you have after dividing it by 2. So that is exactly what I have done. So from this line now, we are going to create a curve to meet this straight line we created. The curve is from this crouch line slanted to this upper part. You can decide to use your French curve or your freehand. Whatever is comfortable at this point for you is what you are going to make use of. The next thing now is to get the length of this palazzo pant, and to get the length we are going to be subtracting our 2 inches from the band. So if you notice, everything we've been doing here today, we've been subtracting the 2 inches for the band from this trouser. So I'm just going to adjust this for you to see. And this particular palazzo pant, the length is 40, where I'll be adding 3 inches for upper seam allowance, and then I want to give it enough folding because enough folding gives it this nice look. So instead of measuring from the top again, I just measured what I have left at the down to make it correspond with the rest and then connect the lines together. So that's where we'll be cutting out our length from. I'm just going to adjust this again, so we'll continue with our measurements. Since this is a straight palazzo pant, I'm going to just maintain the size I have at that edge and then maintain the same size I have for the crotch line, which I fixed in my lap measurement from. I'm maintaining each measurement straight down to the end. It is a straight palazzo pant, so that's the essence of everything. So I'm just going to cut this out, and this is quite an easy one. Do well to give this video a like, a share, a subscribe. Just make sure you do something for this video. So after cutting it out, now we are going to be cutting out the back part. For this back part, it is longer and wider. That's the difference. So any kind of trouser you're making, the back part is always longer and always wider. So for the back also, we'll be dividing our waist by 4, but we'll be adding allowances. So take note of where I'm measuring it from this time around. I'm marking it from the end of that hip point. So I'm just going to add extra 3 inches allowances. Remember that in the front part, we didn't add any allowance, but this back part, I added 3 inches allowance. So I'm connecting this line to the crotch line, the point where the crotch line for the front part ends. That's where I'm connecting it. If you notice, it's a bit slanted, so you can do well to rewind this video so as for you not to miss any stitch of this. And then we are adding 2.5 inches to that crotch line, and then we are giving it a different curve from the front part, so you are not using the same curve you used for the front. Take note of these steps. Do well to rewind this video for better understanding. Then we're adding 1.5 to the top part of the back, so this is to accommodate your hip. This depends on the size. For the back, for the front part, we also removed 1.5, and this will be slanted both sides. But the front, we are slanting it, and we are also slanting the back. Take note, we are slanting both of them to the hip point. Okay, that is where we have the hip, the part where we have it. And then the 2.5 we're adding to the side of the back, we are extending it down to the end because we didn't add any allowances. So this will serve as the allowances for this straight palazzo pants. So do all to let me know in the comment section if you have any questions. I'll be ready to answer you. Okay, so we're just going to mark out the same length, just trace this out, and the next thing we'll be doing is to cut this out. So take note, you are going to be cutting out the slants we made. The front slant is to accommodate your stomach, and the back is to accommodate your hip. So this is what we'll have after cutting it out. So this palazzo pants will be having pockets, side pockets. So to get the side pockets, we are just going to be measuring 7 from the waistline and marking that 7. So the wideness of the pocket is going to be 2 inches. You know, there are some pockets that are open, so we are going to be slanting it from the waistline to the hip line. I'm sorry, I didn't notice this was not showing properly when I was recording. So take note that you are cutting this out, and this is just the 2 parts of the front. You are not cutting the back because the pocket is in the front part of it. And then for the pocket itself, I have this material on the fold, and I'll be marking out 5 inches wide, and then the length I'll be marking out will be 12. So after that, I'm going to be giving this a nice curve. Like I say always, you don't always have to use your French curves because you might not have them available. You can use your free hand. So after doing that, we'll cut this out, and then we'll bring the pieces we cut out from the front part of the pocket, place it on the pocket itself, and then give it a nice slant. Make sure it balances at the upper part. That's how you know it's okay. So the essence of this is for your palazzo pant not to appear bad by the time you're sewing, because when you're measuring, it was slanted. So if you don't slant the pocket, it will not be nice. So this is me cutting out the other pair of the pocket. So this is what we'll have for the pocket, and we are just going to notch the end part of this pocket. So after notching this, we are going to open this material, facing them right sides facing each other, and placing that part we cut out from the main fabric. If you notice, we are recutting here and we are just recutting one part of this. Take note, we didn't recut the other part. This stuff we are recutting now is because of the pocket accommodation. So the next thing, we are going to be joining the front part of the flap with 1/2 inches. After that, you fix your pocket. So this is what your pocket should look like after fixing it. Make sure you top stitch on it so that it can be stronger. So if you want a video, a detailed one on how to fix pockets, let me know in the comment section below. So this is what we have for the pocket, and I top stitch each point of where we join them. So if you notice, there are extras, so we are going to trim them off. These extras are because of the slants we made in the front to accommodate the waist, that's the stomach. So we are going to fold this into two to get our darts. So to get your darts, you are going to use your bust point measurement. So mine is 4, so we are going to be notching the 4. You are starting the measurement from the front part, okay, and then the depth, I'll make it 4.5. so when you're sewing your darts, you use 1/2 inches and you stop at where you have the 4. So this is what it should look like after sewing the darts. So we are going to be placing each piece of the back part to the sides. Unlike the front that I joined the crouch line first, we didn't do that for this back part, so we are going to join the sides, and this is what it should look like. It should now be a straight one, so we are folding everything in two. So unlike when we are cutting that, we divided the waist and hip by 4. Since this is now like into a piece, 2 piece basically, you are dividing your waist by 2 and placing your measurement at the waistline and mark whatever you have. So this is where my waistline ends. You're going to slant it down to the end of the crotch line, and then make sure it's 1/2 inch at the end. No matter how big it is at the top, make sure it's 1/2 inch at the end part. So if you have excesses, that's fine, just make sure you slant them to the end part. So this is what we'll have after joining the crotch for the back line, and we're just going to place the end of the crotch. We are going to match it up with the front and back part, and then sew straight down on both ends. So when sewing, make sure you start from the midpoint, that's where the crotch line is, and make sure you divide your lap or your sit time measurement by 2. So whatever you have, you sew what is left. Basically, what you should have left should not be more than 1/2 inch or a little more than that. So I went ahead to make a band of 2.5 inch and then folded it in. Remember, I said it's going to be 2 inches after we're done. So place it exactly the way I'm doing right now, and make sure you fold one end with your irons. This will make it smooth. So we are just going to sew it all around, and I went ahead to lose one part of the side to attach my zip. So why I didn't do that earlier is to give us a smooth sewing. So this is what it should look like after fixing the band. So you're just going to go ahead and put your zipper, and this is what it should look like basically. And then we are going to fold it down. Just measure your actual length, and then whatever is left, you fold it down. So this is what we have. If you've not watched how I made the crop top, go ahead to watch it. Go ahead to check it out. Don't forget to like, share this video, subscribe, and drop a comment. Bye, splashers.